Today my hairy baby and I are going to show you how to make Baymax from Disney's Hero 6. Let's get started. Now for the main part of Baymax's body, I'll be using this white piece of polymer clay and I'll be rolling the top of it with my finger until it starts looking like a pear, because his body looks kind of like a pear, the main part of his body. So just roll on the top of it so the top of it thins out, and then you can also start shaping it with your fingers because the top of it has to be a little bit rounded. I'm just going to keep doing that until I have the shape I desire. Now for Baymax's body, what I did was I left the front of it fatter than the back. And so this is his back and this is his front. This is his tummy. For his legs, I have two pieces of polymer clay that I shaped into logs, and they're both the same size. The first thing I'll do will be to stick them together. So I just join them together so you can see the crease in the middle. And then since the top of his legs are fatter than the bottom, I'll take the two pieces in my hand and just squeeze gently on the bottom of them, so that the bottom of them starts getting thinner, like this. And squeeze the front too, and then press down on your mat a little bit just to make them flat on the bottom so that he's able to stand up. So now that I've joined them both together, I can remake the line on it just so that you can see the crease very well. I just slid my knife down the middle of that. Now I'll take a toothpick and I'll break off the two end parts, the sharp parts, like this. And I'll break off the other end, and then I'll slide one of the pointy sides into each leg. I'll just press down gently because this has to also then slide into the body. So once I've done that, I'll take my legs and I'll find the bottom of him right around the middle, and then I'll just gently press down into the body until it attaches like this. Once you've finished attaching Baymax's legs, just stand him up to make sure that he doesn't topple over once he's finished baking. For Baymax's arms, I have two round pieces of polymer clay. Both these pieces are a little bit bigger than the pieces I used for the legs. So I have this piece and I'll begin gently rolling the top of it so that it becomes thinner than the bottom. I'll roll the middle, but the middle will be a little bit bigger. And then I'll go and roll the end out. And I want this to be long enough that it will reach from his body down to the tip of his legs. So now that I have his arm the basic shape I want it, what I'll do is I'll just flatten the top of it, and this is where it will attach to the body, the top part, and then the bottom I'll also flatten a little bit because that's where I'll be adding his fingers. Now for his fingers, I'll just take my knife, and he has 4 fingers, so I'll cut 2 times into this to make his 3 main fingers, and his thumb I'll be adding additionally. Now what I'll do is I'll separate each of those and just try to shape them to look like his fingers, his little fat fingers. For the thumb, I have a tiny piece of white polymer clay that I shaped like a log, and I'll just attach this to the inside of his hand, like this. And then I'll attach this arm to his body. This goes on the left-hand side, and then I'll work on the right arm. So now that I've finished with both of his arms, I'll be attaching them to the body. First, I'll take this arm and I'll just press it gently on top with my finger until it attaches to the bottom of the clay, and then just press it downwards so it kind of sticks to the side of the body, like this. Do the same thing with the other arm. Press gently on the top and then press downwards, holding the top in place, and press down until it sticks a little bit to the body. So this is what Baymax looks like so far. Let me get started on his head. Now for Baymax's head, I have this piece of white polymer clay that I shaped into an oval. His head is very small in proportion to the rest of his body. Now I've marked where I want Baymax's eyes to go with the tip of this toothpick. I made 2 tiny holes, and in each of those holes I'll just be adding a tiny little bowl of black polymer clay. So now I can attach the little black eyes. I'll just put one into each hole and press flat like this. Do the other one, and then I'll attach it to the head. Now that the head is ready, I'll be attaching it to the body with this piece of toothpick. I'll just press inwards to make a little hole first, and then turn the toothpick upside down so the fat part goes in. Push it in until only a tip sticks out, because you don't want it sticking up out of the top of his head, and then I'll gently slide his head on top. The last thing I need to do to Baymax before I baked him was add this little white piece of polymer clay for his badge. Now he's ready to go into the oven. So now I'm finished with my Baymax. I just drew in the line between his eyes with a black Sharpie. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and post in the comments. And let me know if there's something you'd like me to make. Check out my channel for more fun videos. Thanks for watching. So for that I have a tiny bowl and I have it shaped